Okay, this is the 12-band Turkish puzzle ring here. In the box comes with a printed solution on paper for how to solve it. And in the solution you can see we have numbered the bands. The bands are held together by a wire, so while the wire's on, it will stay in the solved state. But when you take the wire off, you can easily take the bands apart. Like this. Each band has a small number engraved on the inside of it. So you can find the numbers engraved on the sides of the bands, and those do correspond with the solution numbers printed on the paper. For this 12-band ring, it's essentially solved in a 4-band fashion, but in groups of 3. So every ring should be in a grouping of 3. So the first 3 bands numbered 1, 2, and 3 we have on the left here, and they fit together smoothly, flush with no gaps. And then bands number 4, 5, and 6 we have on the right here. If there are any gaps or spaces between them when you try and lay them together, then probably they have switched places. They should fit together with no gaps. See, when we lay them together here, they don't fit smoothly together. And to fix that, you should just switch the place back so that they lay together smooth with no spaces or gaps. It's a little bit hard to get them in and out, but sometimes they can switch places. All right, now we've got bands 4, 5, and 6 back together in their right order so they can lay next to each other with no gaps or spaces. So bands 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, and 6 are all V-shaped bands, and 1, 2, and 3 all have a bit of a longer indentation on them here, whereas bands 4, 5, and 6 have a shorter indentation. While holding them for the solution, we want 1, 2, and 3 on the left, 4, 5, and 6 on the right. But now I'll show you the rest of the bands. So the rest of the bands I call snake-shaped bands, and we've got bumpy and smooth. These ones are the bumpier ones. They have more indentations, and these are bands numbered 7, 8, and 9. Then the last 3 bands, which are 10, 11, and 12, are more of a smooth snake shape. They have a long, smooth part, and they should all be laying together nice and flat, just like this. So to solve the ring, we're going to start out holding 1, 2, and 3 pointing to the left, and 4, 5, and 6 pointing to the right. You want them all to be nice and smooth next to each other, and you want to make kind of a diamond shape in the middle with the V's pointing out. While holding this in position, you will try and find bands 7, 8, and 9, the bumpy snake shape, and hold them kind of perpendicular to the upper rings, and then turn it clockwise. Then you want to hold those 3 bands with a finger from your left hand while you put together bands 10, 11, and 12. Once you have bands 10, 11, and 12 sitting nicely next to each other, you will turn them so their bumpy part goes to the middle and kind of lay it down on top of 7, 8, and 9 to make an X shape. So as you can see here, we've got an X shape made by bands 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's the X right there. And the rest of the bands 1 through 6 are trapped kind of underneath the X. Now, while holding that X shape in place, you're gonna find bands 4, 5, and 6. Those are the V-shaped bands with the slightly shorter indentation pointing to the right. We're gonna twist them around and put the pointy part underneath the X. Once you have them with the pointy part facing down underneath the X, you're also gonna want the pointy part to go through the round bottom part of bands 1, 2, and 3. So slide bands 1, 2, and 3 down, put the pointy part of 4, 5, and 6 through it, and then you're gonna fold them down so that they lay flat next to the 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now the only bands that are left out of the ring are bands 1, 2, and 3, and you're also going to twist those around So the point of the V goes down underneath the X, and then you're gonna fold them down so that the points go out and the bands go flat next to the rest of them. And that is the solution for the 12 band Turkish puzzle ring. And there we go.